Stories. They have been present since the beginning of time, and they're gonna last to its end. Stories are a part of everything, but at the same time, they're only a bunch of letters that dissolve when no one uses them. Every day and with every moment, you write your own story, and everyone out there has at least one to tell. So get yourself some snacks, because today I'm gonna drive you through a story consisting out of conflict, magic, and death. I'm gonna drive you through my story. Oh my god, I'm so dead, I'm dead! No, don't die, I'm almost there! Oh my god, bro, I have all of them on me. If he finds me now, it's over. Bro, how did I die? Oh my god, we got him, we got him! But let's go back to the start when I first joined the server. You see, the server has already started 1 week prior to my arriving. And there I was, standing all alone, without any items or a team. I was looking around spawn when I spotted these players. One of them holding a strange item looking like a weapon. He also was invisible, so I had no clue who this player was. But at that point in time, it didn't really matter. I just wanted to get off the spawn island as quick as possible, to get myself some armor and valuables, with the purpose to not seem weak to a potential teammate. So after getting myself some wood out of a chest and crafting myself a boat, I set off onto the ocean, and after traveling for a few minutes and getting some basic tools, I decided to dig down in hopes of finding a cave that would provide me with a bunch of diamonds and some other essential ores. And after a while, I had a full set of diamond armor and tools. So while I was gathering a few more resources, a friend of mine hit me up. He also decided to start playing on the server. So after exchanging a few messages, we created a team together. Meanwhile, I found a trial chamber and sent the coordinates to my new acquired teammates. You see, a trial chamber is a new structure that got added in the newest update of Minecraft. Inside, there are new spawners that summon custom waves of certain mobs that you have to defeat to claim your rewards. Something that not many people know is that the more players participate in these waves, the bigger are the rewards that you get. One of the best rewards you can claim is the ominous key, which allows you to open the ominous vault, which can drop you things like god apples, rare books, or even a heavy core, from which you can craft a mace, Minecraft's strongest weapon. But because on the server any type of mace is disabled, we just wanted to get some notch apples, which are Minecraft's best source of healing. And after finally getting out of the trial chamber, we went to search for a village. We weren't very confident that we would find one, because probably all villages in a radius of 3000 blocks were already looted. So after traveling for a while, we found one. While my teammate AJ was converting the conveniently placed spawner into a fully functional mob farm, I started to dig out the area where the base would take place. The base wasn't something special. I mean, it had 2 floors of villagers, 8 chests, 1 enchanter, and 2 string dupers. I'm sure by now you've asked yourself what that little item was that popped up in my inventory when I first joined the server. Well, this is a reroll dice. It gives you the ability to claim 1 of 10 different fragments from which you can craft custom weapons. And I just happened to get the Lifestealer one, which is extremely good. You see, there are 4 custom tiers, which you can achieve by crafting and upgrading your weapon. While other weapons are only good if you upgrade them to the final tier, my weapon is already overpowered in the first stages, but we will get into the abilities later. The only thing that you need to know is that I first need to craft my weapon to unlock its first abilities. And because the recipe is everything but cheap, I got to collecting resources. Luckily, I already had some of the required items for my mining trip, but there was one item that I couldn't just farm, like diamonds or gold. A enchanted golden apple was the last item I needed to craft a Lifestealer. So I messaged a few people, and after a while I met up with the richest player on the entire server. Okay, so I'm currently waiting for Albano. He's one of the richest players on the entire server, and hopefully he's gonna give me my notch apple. Okay, there he is. I hope he doesn't kill me. Hey, dude. There you go. Thanks for the trade, I guess. And after getting the last material required to craft my weapon, I took some distance and headed to the crafting table. So, if I'm correctly, now I should be able to craft a life stealer. There you go. Nice. We got it. While I may seem happy in that moment, there was something inside me that wouldn't let me go. Now that I had this OP weapon, the steps ahead of me were scaring me. I had to upgrade it, and I would get to do that sooner than I thought. You see, for the past few days, my teammate AJ wasn't logging on. The reason was not that he wasn't available. No, he just didn't want to play. He just left me alone in this empty world, without any friends or any teammates. And I felt betrayed. So at my weakest point, this player called Xai offered me something. He was one of the strongest players on the entire server, and his team was feared by many players. He offered me something more valuable than any item or anything else could ever be. He offered me a team, and he offered me loyalty. And me, being at my lowest, accepted the deal. So we met up in the Nether, and I did the one thing that I didn't want to do. He gave me 2 upgraders. One of them allowed me to unlock my first active ability, and the second one was required to unlock my passive. So after I got geared up, we traveled to his team's base, where the other teammate, Grapplefruits, was already waiting for us. So with the help of this new base, we made the last preparations for our secret plan. You see, to upgrade your weapon to the 3rd tier, you need an item called the tier 3 upgrader, which compared to the other 2 upgraders is extremely rare. Because you can craft the 1st and the 2nd upgrader, they're not as valuable as the 3rd one. Because on the server, only 1 tier 3 upgrader can be obtained for every weapon. And luckily, my team managed to get the lifestealer one, due to a building competition at spawn. But I couldn't just apply the upgrader onto my weapon as I could with the other 2. No, we needed to start a ritual in order to get the tier 3 weapon. But before we continue, I want to ask you to subscribe. You see, this is only the 3rd video on my channel, so if you subscribe right now, you can say that you've been here since the beginning. And when you're already down there, please consider liking the video, because it would help me out a lot. Thanks! And as we waited on our pre-made platform, where the ritual would take place, I stared into the distance knowing that this could be my last chance of getting this tier 3 weapon. Because if I died right here, not only would I lose the special item, but I would have left my teammate AJ for nothing. And as I saw the enemies approaching in the distance, I knew that I had to lock in. Oh my god, I got the tier 3. Let's go. We had won the fight. We killed 2 players in their attempt of taking us down. But not only that, we also secured a tier 3 lifestealer for our team, which made us practically immortal. Because if you're wondering what the last ability of the lifestealer does, it grants you 10 absorption hearts every 2.5 minutes. Combined with my regeneration 3 ability that heals all my teammates nearby, and my 4 extra hearts whenever I ate a golden apple, made my team, and especially me, practically unkillable. At that point in time, me and my team didn't know how quickly events were unfolding. You see, we were told that the next event would be for the tier 3 Thor hammer upgrader, which at that time was one of the strongest. It allowed its wielder to stun all enemies in a 20 block radius 4 times upon the ability's use. Alongside that, it continuously stroked the enemy with lightning, which dealt a ton of damage. Fortunately, my teammate Grapplefruits already had the tier 2 Thor hammer, so because of that we had a bigger reason to participate in that event. And as soon as the event was officially leaked and the courts to the temple were announced, we headed to the given coordinates, prepared to put our lives on the line to get that item. And as we approached the arena, we saw him, a juggernaut, equipped with full netherite armor and a mace. We knew that this wasn't gonna be easy, but maybe when the entire server united against one enemy, we might have a chance to kill this literal god. So as every team arrived, we all knew what we had to do. While fighting, it became pretty clear that the Juggernaut was targeting me. One reason being that I was the only one with a tier 3. And if he killed me, my entire team would fall apart.
Whoa, he's missing in the thingy.
I was dead. You see, sometimes in life, things that you didn't account for just happen, and everything you have can just be taken from you in a matter of seconds. I mean, I put blood, sweat and tears into getting this OP weapon, and within a blink of an eye, it was all gone. To be honest, I just wanted to give up. But if there was something inside me that would give me the power to keep going, I would have to find it and push through this setback. Because sometimes it only requires one spark to ignite an entire flame. Wait, I'm coming back.
Where's the tier 3? I don't have it.
Bro.
I don't have it too, I don't have it.
Why is it you?
I got it. No,
Oh,
just
get out.
Just don't.
Put it in a chest, put it in a chest.
What?
The tier 3 is get started.
Maelito here.
Go, they can go.
Real?
Oh my god, we got him! Okay, so I'm not gonna stall this time. Yeah, we got it. My teammate fortunately picked it up. And that meant that we had secured another tier 3 for our team. Somehow no one realized that my teammate picked it up. And with that advantage, we just blamed it on other people. To be exactly on this guy. Someone in the chat just mentioned him picking it up and we just went with it. So while everyone was focused killing this guy, it was more than easy for my teammate to escape the area. And after we had enough of fighting, we decided to leave as well. Because everyone expect us and another team left. So there was no point for us to stay. So we won that day and we were pretty happy about it. We were laughing, having fun together, and we're basically just having a great time. But nothing could have prepared us for what to come. You see, because I died, like a bug under a businessman's shoe, we had to redo the ritual. And because we got the tier 3 Thor hammer as well, we decided to combine these two rituals and make them at the same time. I mean, that would be a pretty good idea, right? Right? So to carry out this masterpiece of a plan, we decided to build a little area on top of the nether roof. But we didn't really think all this through. Because the last time we did a ritual, we completely obliterated the other team. We weren't scared anymore. No, we were confident. Maybe a little bit too confident. And as we both activated our rituals, we didn't know that this was about to become the hardest fight we've ever fought. Whatever was about to happen. Because with the whole server about to hunt us down, there was nothing we can do but accept our fate. So as we waited for the other teams to arrive, we spent our last peaceful minutes getting ready to kill everything.
I don't even have... Just shotgun.
No, make a drinking.
Guys, come on.
Oh my god, bro, I have all of them on me. Because in this fight, I had been a target for quite a while due to me being the one completing the ritual. Everyone was still attacking me in hopes of breaking my armor. Although it was against the rules, almost all the other teams were cross-teaming with each other, which basically means they weren't attacking each other. I was slowly running out of resources. I had to get out.
Yeah, I've been from here, I've land, from here, I've ice and so I think.
I come, go
Get
Z
back.
negative, go Z negative.
Maelito,
Yeah,
Get
Oh my god.
Get here.
I'm not ready.
I was out of the fight. I just wanted to hide in the nether. I mean, there were too many of them. There was no way we could win that. But If I didn't help my teammates, they would just die. They didn't have a lucky escape like I did. They were sacrificing themselves to help me. I mean, I could've just run like a coward, but what of a person am I if I let the people that I care about just die alone, not even trying to help them? So with that motivational speak that I gave myself in that small 1x1 in the nether, I re-geared and crawled up to help my teammate, who was currently getting attacked by 2 players. He was quickly running out of resources. If he died right here, he would lose the tier 3 Thor hammer, and I just couldn't let that happen.
I do not have any healing. I'm dead.
No, don't die, I'm almost there.
I'm dead. I'm dead. Just kill him, please. Dude, I can't do shit. Why don't you just go kill him or something?
He died, and now the 2 players focusing him were on me. Maybe there was a chance to get the tier 3 back. I just had to try.
Ich hab extra Gier, ich könnte nochmal
In der
kommen.
Lava. In der Lava. Alice, ich bin in der Lava. Alice, ich bin in der Lava.
Digo, tu stai a tirare, rega una cosa,
I was losing this battle, and me noticing that only saw one way out. I had to run. Luckily, one of the 2 players that I was fighting shot his ability at me, which gave me levitation. This was my one chance to get out. If he finds me now, it's over. Oh my god, there's no way! There's no way he didn't find me here. There's no way he didn't find me here. Oh my god, get me out of here. Yeah, I know, that was a crazy escape. I don't know how I got out of that situation. I mean, we still lost to tier 3, but in that moment I wasn't even sad about it. I mean, I just hit the craziest clip of all time. So at the end of the day, we all were happy that we only lost 1 tier 3. And I mean, the team that picked it up had to do a ritual anyways, so we would have another chance of getting it. And as always, I returned to the base, re-geared, and logged off for the day. For the next few days, nothing really happened. I logged on, played for a few minutes, and logged off again. But out of nowhere, an event got announced. An event for another tier 3. This time it was for the Frostblade, which was definitely one of the strongest. But this time it wasn't about PvP, no, it was about another skill. The event consisted out of boat racing, a niche category in competitive Minecraft. You see, while you and me might only race on a frozen river when we see one, there are competitive players that train hours and hours every day and created strategies that no one else knows. So we already knew that this was gonna be a fun event. But because I'm an absolute bot at boat racing, I decided to watch a tutorial in hopes of learning something new. And with my newly acquired knowledge about boat racing, I started practicing on the ice track on which the event would take place. Oh my god, bro, I'm so bad. Oh, you guys saw how I like bounced off on this edge? Yeah, that's how I get faster. Not faster, but that's like how I keep my momentum. And with the time, I was improving. I drove round after round, and every round I was getting a little bit faster. I was learning how to use little obstacles on the track to my advantage. And in the one thing I thought I was bad in, I started to get better. And with every lap, I got more confident for the final race. Oh my god, bro, that was so quick. Nah, I think I'm ready, bro. And then the day of the race came. But because the event got delayed by an hour, I decided to open a coffee shop and an area where I was playing as the DJ. And oh my god, it was so funny. I'm not gonna show you the music because it's copyrighted. Yeah, but just think about baby, you're a firework. I think I was playing some funk there. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Look at my dance moves. Yeah, these are top tier dance moves. You see them? Yeah. And while I was AFK in my DJ cave, it suddenly got flooded. Those 3 guys thought they were funny and flooded my entire room. But I don't know, I was still vibing. I didn't really care. I think I was listening to Kendrick Lamar or something. I don't even know anymore. And you already know that I'm the best DJ if you get these 3 players to dance. Yes! So beside a few inconveniences, we were having a great time. And everything was so fun, we didn't even notice the race was about to begin. So in no time I found myself in the middle of the racing line, ready to give everything. And as soon as the event started, I knew I had to lock in.
Y'all need to block them. You know, mainly block the reflex.
I was overtaking everyone. Fortunately, my teammate Xai was a mechanical god, which meant that he was in the lead with the purple pumas, who were also extremely good at boat racing. At a certain point I realized that I won't be able to win this race. So I took matters in my own hands and made a plan so my teammate Xai, that was still in the lead, could win this race. And what do you do if other people are faster than you? Well, you slow them down. And that's exactly what I did.
Ja, great type of dit Ik heb een ronde Hummer.
And not even 20 seconds after I positioned myself inside the slimmest spot on the entire map, the first player became a victim of my trap. Oh my god, I got one! I let him pass because he wasn't really a threat to me or my team, so I let him go. So I repositioned and waited for another one. But then the owner invited me to a Discord call, and let's say it was interesting. So my recording software low-key didn't record my microphone, but I was like, yo Kilian, can I block those people? And then he said,
no, you're not allowed to, I ban you if you do.
And with that close encounter of me getting banned, I had enough of trolling, because I didn't want to be the reason that my team got punished. And because in this race I did my part, Xai also did his.
Ja, Fabs. Nice.
He had completed the race, but we didn't have the tier 3 in our hands yet. Because the plump pumas didn't want to lose, they came up with excuses and made everything more complicated than it should have been.
Then he went out my render. I passed him. Then he went out my render, bro. There's no way, because I would have noticed him go behind me. I would have noticed him pass me. There's no way. There is no way. There is no way. There is no way. I went in front of him, and he didn't go back in front of me the whole time. There's no way. I would have noticed him go in front of me.
Yeah, we still won, which meant that the next tier 3 was in our hands. And with that tier 3 now in our possession, we quickly became the most powerful and richest team on the entire server. So that day I went to bed, but I couldn't sleep. I was thinking about one thing. Since I had the lifestealer, did we even take one fair win that wasn't luck? I mean, sure, we had gotten the tier 3 Thor hammer upgrader, but that was luck, and at the end of the day we still lost it. I felt useless in my team because my weapon was only good to keep my team alive, but did I really do that? I felt powerless in this constellation. I had to change something. And that was exactly the moment I decided to leave the lifestealer. I mean, it served me well, but under the pressure that my team was currently standing, I couldn't afford having a mid-range weapon. I had to use the best one. And fortunately, you saw us getting its tier 3 a few minutes ago. So with the plan already in motion, I could start my new era. With the lifestealer's tier 3 now in my ender chest, my entire journey with this weapon was put in a singular slot. And with that era now in my ender chest, I gathered all the resources for the new me. Oh my god, let's go. We got it finally, bro. Wait, what can I do now? Okay, so I can freeze players for like 4 seconds. Yo, that's like hella OP, bro. Let's go, that's what I wanted. As you already know, we had to do a ritual for the tier 3, so that it applied onto my weapon. But I'm gonna spare you that. Yo guys, this is so aura, wait. Oh my god, bro, look at this, bro.
Oh my god, so aura.
This is so cool. The only interesting thing that really happened was this guy that died to our warden trap that we had prepared beforehand. Chaos died! Chaos died!
Chaos died.
But something interesting that caught our eyes at the same time as we were doing our ritual was another team that also started their ritual at the same time as we
I'm
did.
baiting, bro. I'm baiting.
What?
Just kidding.
Okay, this
They actually did it.
We should actually go for
Oh
that.
my god.
And after we completed ours, and I officially claimed the only tier 3 Frostblade, we went to their location, which was globally announced the whole time. But something felt off. Those chords that were showcased were in the overworld, but the Y coordinate was too high for my liking. Because if you're just wandering around on the surface, your Y chord should be around 60 to 70, but theirs was at 319, which meant they were in the sky. So as I went through that portal, I knew that whatever would expect me on the other side could mean my end.
No, but I know who is that. Someone called Grapple.
We're not in a cave.
Yeah.
They're here. They're spawn capping. Be careful. Just don't go through, don't go through. The enemy team had built an entire road lasting over 2,000 blocks in the sky. And with them hitting me off and breaking my water, there was no way for me to reach them. And because my teammates were still in the nether, I quickly built a portal for them on a safe spot and followed Hummercraft's team. They're heading south, in the air. Yeah, and they're breaking the blocks behind them.
Can I get crops, Maelito? I'm in the nether and
I'm
100.
500 to 1,700 right now. literally have the biggest sky base in front of me. They fell! Oh no, they didn't. These were blocks, bro. I actually got a heart attack.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
They eventually fell down and now we could fight them on an even playground. There's water again, Winner. Come on.
If then just stall, because it's fine if you get the tier 3.
I mean, it's okay. It's so shit.
Oh, Grapple is saying mirror, that's very good. Okay, that's someone have to... Yeah, that's actually very, very good that we have to
His stunts do nothing.
Oh, that's the ball though, right?
Yeah. So much faster.
Oh, I see one guy in front of me. Showbiz. One guy is coming. You help.
Minus 350.
Yeah, Draco is with me. 100. I'm very close.
Mending.
Ow! How does he still have men, bro?
Because of my passive ability that granted me speed 10 when on ice, this guy had no chance of escaping.
What way are you going?
North.
I see someone. It's good again. Draco's in front of me, and he has staff, right? Oh, yeah. That fast. You guys gotta watch out for that.
Wait, do you go through village?
No, we're on the plane right now.
Need cards again?
And while his teammate distracted me, SLManu ran to the pre-made escape tunnel, which helped him to get away. Should I go down?
Yeah. Minus 450, 3000 what?
But as I was mining down, I had to accept that he was already out.
Can you please kill Draco?
Yeah, he's out. Damn, bro. At the end of the day, we got what we wanted. Sure, we didn't get the Iron Hammers tier 3, but as my mama always said, you can't have everything in life. So as we waited in our base, the server's last event got announced. This was the event where everyone was giving everything. And because this time the event was based around air, there was a King of the Hill event on a massive island floating over the ocean. And if you don't know what a King of the Hill event is, well, there is always a certain area in which a player has to stay in for a certain amount of time. But if you get hit out of the area, your cooldown resets and a new random player that's in that area as well gets picked. And as I arrived to the arena, I saw him. I couldn't believe my eyes, but he was there. AJ, the player that I've been together since the start, the player that I left to get more power, and the player that was now on the opposite side, fighting against me in this last battle. Hey, AJ, look how far we've come.
from friends to enemies, they say, right?
I guess they were right, but if I'm being honest, I don't see you as my enemy. I mean, how could I, after all those memories that we created together? It feels impossible to be mad at you.
You see, we all play a certain role in this life. Sometimes we accidentally break things, and sometimes they can be repaired. But some things are just meant to stay broken. Our friendship didn't end because of betrayals. It ended because we allowed it to.
But why? Why did you join my enemies? If you would have asked me to join your team, I would have left everything behind, just so you and me could repeat those old times.
I'm sorry, it's too late. We can't team up again. I have to live with the consequences of my actions, and so do you. Consider this flower my final gesture before I give everything to defeat you on this battlefield. Maybe someday in the future we'll meet again, and maybe even team up. But not in this life. Goodbye, Maelito.
And with our connection now severed, I thought about what AJ said, and I agreed with him on one thing. I would give everything to defeat him, and if it's the last thing I do on this server. And in that moment I decided whatever would face me on that last stretch, I wouldn't give up. So I reclaimed my focus and went for the fight. But to be honest, at the start everything was quiet. No one was attacking us. Well, not only that, but no one was even in sight. But as you know, it's calm before the storm comes. At that time, it wasn't looking good for our team. We were 3 players against the entire server. So while searching for a teammate that would complete our quartet, this happened.
No, stop. Sorry, bro.
Hi.
You wanna join our team? We need one.
Yo,
more.
Vin, actually, bro, you get the...
Lifestealer tier 3.
Bro.
Anyone who joins gets Lifestealer tier 3 if we win.
Okay, yeah, I'll join. I'll team with you.
For real? Okay.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Invite him team.
If we win, you get Lifestealer tier 3.
I mean,
You know, it's on.
I just want a team. Wait. Do you have a VC or not?
Yeah.
Adam.
And with a player called winrmill now on our team, our chances of succeeding were a lot higher than before. And as soon as he had joined our team, the fight had begun. Yo, don't leave me alone, you're in the top, bro. Loki, help me. Whatever happened, I had to stay in the area. Because if not, my cooldown would get reset and we would have to start all over again. Okay. I'm getting Me as well. Yo, I'm taking all the damage from the thing.
Dude, why isn't the thing working?
But for whatever reason, exactly the day of the final fight, there was a glitch that caused that me and all the other people were also taking the damage of our teammates' abilities, what normally shouldn't be the case. So to the massive target on our back, there also came a greater risk of us quick dropping due to our massive damage output. We told the owner about this in hopes of him pausing the event.
We are hitting ourselves with the team thing.
But nothing happened. We just had to keep going. I'm not dropping. Bro!
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
I'm out. He's kicking me out. Oh my god. Guys.
Wait, I think you might only have one.
Can someone drop me cops? Can someone drop me cops? Can someone drop me cops? I need cops. I didn't get it, bro. I didn't get it.
I have them. I'm dropping them back into you.
Guys, help me. I'm getting triggered one. How is it even possible? I can't, bro.
Oh my god.
They managed to hit me out of the area, and with that, my cooldown completely reset. Our team morale wasn't looking good.
Oh my god, bro.
But it wasn't over yet. We still had the chance to win this ritual, but not with the gear that we had. We were drained of all this fighting. I mean, did you see how many cobwebs I used? While it's only trying to stay in the area. So the only logical thing in that situation was to back out and get a restock. And after restocking, I went back into the area, but this time I came with a plan. Keep you inside the thing. Wait, like, have you built something? Why don't we just build this though?
From dropping down.
Yeah, and drain them.
Kill that, please.
What weapon do they have? Can I just like box myself in an obsidian? And just...
Okay.
Wait, should I block myself in an obsidian? Yeah, right?
Loki? I mean, they are gonna fall with Terah, so we can slow fight them.
I'm in freaking powered snow, bro. Are you guys good?
Als ob man fliegen kann, ab in der Füße.
I was encased in obsidian, but they still managed to spleeve me and reset my timer again. At that point, I didn't even know if it was possible to win this event.
Ja, natürlich. Digga, es wird ganz übelst.
We eventually jumped down because we didn't see a reason in this fight.
Oh my god.
And while I was down in the water restocking, I saw him, Hummercraft. In this scenario, he would have been an easy restock. I mean, if we killed him right here, we could use his second armor set as spare. But when you least expect it, things happen. I had died. At the end, it wasn't the hour-long fighting that killed me. No, it was just a bug in the plugin that led to my death. I couldn't let this break me. My teammates were still fighting for their lives, and I couldn't just wait here. I had to help them. So I got my gear back and returned to the fight with the goal of getting revenge on Hummercraft's team. Because not only was he toxic after my unfortunate death, but him and his team were still using exploits to kill us. This was the final fight. Oh my god, I'm so dead, I'm dead! Bro, how did I die? At the end, I died. I died to a weird lava bug, and so did my teammate. Xai and Grapplefruits, who both survived, finished off the rest of Hummercraft's team. AJ obtained the ritual, and with that, the last event on the MysticalSMP was over. Although I gave everything, I didn't came out on top. But at the end of the day, I still gained something. I gained a story.